I'm Christine Detrompe, and I'm an installation artist and director of Art for Water. About 7 years ago, I read an article in the New Yorker called Leasing the Rain, and that's where I first learned that 5 million people die every year because they don't have access to clean water, and they die from preventable water-related diseases. And I had no idea that was happening. And when I read that, it really led me to read more about the global water crisis. The more I read about it, the more passionate I became, and I decided to make all of my fine art about water. I designed my first installation, 13,699, to illustrate the number of people who die every day because they don't have access to clean water. During the month-long exhibition at the Sharon Art Center, I invited Robert Woods, who is a water quality expert, and he's also a volunteer for Water for People. I partnered up with the Harris Center for Conservation Education for a film night, and there was a feature film about water issues, and then there was a reception and discussion afterwards at the Sharon Art Center Gallery. So when Joni came and saw the installation, she became very excited about the fact that I had pulled in different parts of the community to participate in this exhibition.
I realized that the arts have a way of taking something that's very commonplace and even taken for granted, and presenting it in a way that makes it new. So I wanted to do something that created those connections between the personal and the public through the arts. So I wanted to combine arts and dialogue in a way that was meaningful for our students and our faculty.
Well, after making 13,699 and working with students, high school students and college students and the general public, I was really hoping to have the opportunity to facilitate an installation that was conceived and designed by a group of students. I thought that it would be really fun to see what the students come up with and just help them make it happen.
I think it's really important for them to be able to integrate a project like this into what they're already doing. There is already a curriculum. People are already committed to teaching certain courses. And so basically what I did was look across the campus and at all of our different divisions, natural sciences, business, the arts, the humanities, the behavioral sciences, and try to think of how this idea of water and our relationship with water could find a home in different courses that were being offered last fall.
Joni gave me a call and was interested in getting students involved, and we had a team of students actually do this as a research project. In this particular case, we accomplished 4 or 5 different projects on campus, and this was one of the projects that we accomplished. I really enjoy working with teams of students in this type of problem-solving capacity, where they really get their feet wet with a hands-on project that is applicable to a real-world situation. It's just really astronomical. It beats the pants off lecturing, and students really get engaged with this sort of project. They're excited about it, and just to have that opportunity to do something that's significant and have an impact on their community means a lot.
Art for Water represents an opportunity for awareness and connection and activity that doesn't exist on a regular basis. In my mass communications courses, water shows up in some of the documentaries that we talk about. Why is it that this water issue does not show up in news stories? And why aren't these documentaries showing up in prime time? So I think there are a lot of important ways to bring out the concept of water within these particular disciplines. But it's challenging again because people go, what? Water? Are you kidding me? There's a problem with water. I can turn on the faucet and get water. So what do you mean there's a water problem? What do you mean there are water wars, going on around the world? There's battles over water. You got to be crazy.
I teach an illustration course, and when Joni was asking about, could people work on various aspects of water during the semester in the fall, I really wanted to work on it, and I just could not think of anything that was really going to sort of catch my imagination. I had read a myth that was retold in a modern sense about Angus, and Angus was the god of dreams and love in the Celtic mythology, and his mother was a water sprite. I said, oh, this is perfect. His mother was a water sprite. We could do this for illustration. Well, this is something campus-wide that everyone could be working on or thinking about, and therefore raises discussion or promotes discussions among students in and out of class, not just in class.
When we did the project, we collected bottles from all around campus, and to do that we made up boxes. We, art for water signs all over them, and kids put their bottles in them. They were in their bathrooms or in their hallways. A couple of them are still floating around, and we empty them out when we can. It's educational and it's fun at the same time. It catches their attention. It makes them think about it. The more you push it at them, the wider their eyes are going to be.
I think there's a lot of value behind the Art for Water program for students. I think it shows them how art can actually advocate for a specific topic. Plus, they're learning about the interdisciplinary nature of things and how you can really combine all the different types of arts and other programs that we have on this campus to work towards one goal, which is a really rich and value-filled experience. It raised awareness, in the very least, about the global water crisis. And participating in a lot of the lectures and other things for the project, I really learned an immense amount, and that affected my bottled water usage. It affected leaving faucets running. It affected the way that I think I spoke to other people about the project in general.
There was such a buzz. Students wanted to know what the heck we were doing down in the outing hut. When we were installing the huge room-size installation in Pierce Hall, they were fascinated by what was coming together. The celebration that we had late in the semester provided students from so many different courses to come forward and share what they had been working on in their individual classrooms. And so there was this wonderful kind of coming together of all kinds of activities that had been done here and there all over the campus. And one of the unexpected benefits was providing a place for students to share what they had learned and what they had created over the course of the semester with a broader audience. It made me realize how rarely students have the opportunity to do that, but it is pretty rare to have a campus-wide audience for the work that you've done. So the energy in that room that evening was terrific, both in terms of teaching students about the issue of water, but also in rewarding them and acknowledging them for the work they had done throughout the semester.
Shannon Ferguson, as well as other students, but specifically her because she was such at the forefront of the project, she brought dialogue into the classroom. She had things to say. She was talking about the progress that she was going through with her recycling and putting those boxes out for recycling, the fact that they're still recycling today using that same box. Again, she's armed with this knowledge, as well as the other students that were able to watch her do it, so I was very honored that she happened to be in my class. I don't drink plastic bottled water anymore. We're in an algae room. We actually still use the Art for Water boxes to recycle for our hallway in our building. I never really thought reduce, reuse, recycle. We just did recycle. We never tried the reduce. So we're trying that now.
Students who were walking through Pierce Hall who may have not have participated in the final celebratory event, they saw the installation and it at least kind of started a dialogue about what is that and why is it there. And I really think that it resonated deeply with me, and it's still stuck with me even after the project is over.